Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome officially to the channel. This is, as you know from the intro, a series where I go into odd gaming accessories and peripherals that developers made to get us more into the game mentally or physically. Today we have another attempt to use cameras with consoles, because today we're going to look at a little known accessory for the Dreamcast, known only as the Dreameye. Sega's last console, the Dreamcast, was released in 1999 in the States, hitting around a time that the internet was starting to gain momentum in the United States itself, so much so that the console actually included a modem natively and started trying to push online gaming with their SegaNet. Think of this as sort of a precursor to the Xbox Live offerings that would come out a few years later. However, none of this would keep Sega from trying new things with the internet in relation to their console, and that's where the Dreameye comes into play. Originally released with the Divers 2000 Dreamcast, which was a blue-colored console shaped like Sonic with a TV built inside. Essentially, this was a all-in-one Dreamcast console that came with the Dreameye and a mic. Everything you would need to get started with the device, essentially. The idea for the device was to act as a web camera for users. It could do things like email and chat as well for the family. It would allow them to do essentially what Zoom and other services do today, at a time when this kind of technology was relatively new and mostly unknown as a type of communication on the internet. It was an interesting idea, so interesting in fact that when the larger unit didn't really sell well, they decided people might like the webcam idea itself, and went on to sell it separately and pack it with a game called Visual Park. Visual Park was essentially a software suite that would allow you to interface with the camera itself. It would allow you to do recordings, take pictures, and even add stickers and do overlays. In a lot of ways, this worked a lot like the Game Boy camera and its software did. What's more interesting about this particular device is it looks like you could almost take the camera out of and independently use it separate from the console itself. This would allow you to take images outside and just around and use it like a normal camera, and then import them into the VMU of the Dreamcast itself, so you could work with the files inside the software suite and do all sorts of effects, stickers, etc. I think it's pretty obvious that this never really took off, as I imagine most of you had never even heard of this device, much less even saw one. For most of us, the voice interaction was all we got on the Dreamcast, and that was the microphone for CMan, which, quite honestly, I need to do an episode on someday. However, it's a cool step in using cameras in conjunction with your console, and one of the earliest, if not the first, video game chat that had been done on a console. As far as influence, let's just say that the Dreamcast didn't last quite as long as many of us would have hoped, as it shut down just before the launch of the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, both of which would make larger strides in at least voice chat and pioneering the latest age in online gaming and group voice chat on consoles. However, the concept of trying to do video conferencing and chat mostly went by the wayside. Not that this technology wouldn't be used, PlayStation would later use it fairly predominantly with their PlayStation Move, and even Microsoft would get into it with a Kinect for a time, proving that having cameras attached to your console can have some unique and beneficial effects in how we game. However, what do you guys think of this little oddity? Do you think this is a cool idea? Do you think you would have used the editing and video functions that the device had if you'd had one? Let me know in the comments. For now though, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. If I could ask you for one more favor, please leave this video a like. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. It really does help me out. For now though, thank you once again, and until next time, happy gaming.